Hey there. I am Robb Report's resident bartender, Jason O'Brien. I have been bartending professionally for 15 years. I have been bar managing cocktail bars for the last 10 years. And today I am blind testing vodkas. So, what is vodka? Vodka is defined by the government of the United States to be without distinctive taste, odor, color, character of any kind. So it is designed by very talented people with very expensive machines to taste as much like nothing as possible. It is the general line among craft cocktail bartenders, such as myself, that all vodkas are the same. This is not true at all. And anybody who's tasted a bunch of vodkas side by side knows that it's not true, right? What we're looking for when we look for a good vodka is something clean, without too much alcohol burn, and without too much supplementary flavor. So, let's get started. All right, here we go. Cheers. I mean, it smells all right. There's like a slight kind of wet straw, but it's really not off-putting. No, it's impressively neutral. Let's take a sip. That's cool. All right, there's a slight sweetness on the back palate. Oh, now it's unpleasant. There's a slight sweetness on the back palate, almost like a cake bready sweetness. There's like a very faint vanilla flavor. The heat doesn't come until after you swallow, which is always nice. It's not too intense. It's not kind of still coming up. If I'm mixing this specifically, I'm leaning into the vanilla kind of sweetness of it. And so I'm thinking berries, like raspberries, like a raspberry lemon drop or raspberry vodka sour. Even with the heat, I don't hate this. I'm gonna give this a B+. Oh. Grey Goose, the grayest goose. Honestly, I wanted to like this less. While I don't like the word smooth, in this particular context, smooth means the least amount of character, and knowing that, wheat tends to be the smoothest. Color me surprised. Grey Goose, pretty good. Next. Oh, for me, okay. I can smell this one from here. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna use a technical term, not awesome. You know, like socks? So honestly, this smells like, it's been a while since I've had a gym locker. This is a little bit of a gym locker. So it's a little thin, which is not a complaint. You don't need a vodka to be full-bodied. What's happening here is that there is a nail polish remover thing that's like happening towards the finish and then just rising in the palate. What's the word? Would dangerous be the right word? It's not dangerous and I'm sure they're fine, but I don't like this. No, I don't like this at all. I happen to know that it gets so much worse than this, so I'm gonna call this C-. Please don't be the brand I like. Oh, good, it's not the brand I like. So I don't hate Chopin. The last time I did this blind tasting, I really liked Chopin, but apparently I don't very much at all. But Chopin has its passionate defenders. I'll have people come into the bar and Chopin is all they want. If I don't have Chopin, they'll drink a beer. Chopin, I expected so much more from you. I'm here for you, friends, okay? We're doing this together, kinda. There's a warmth here. Slight bit of kind of volatile alcohol. One of the reasons that cheap plastic bottle vodka gives you a savage hangover, they don't cut the way they should, so they include all the alcohols that kind of mess with your head, that give you a hangover. Like a warm bread or something. There's something kind of comforting about this, but there's something volatile and unpleasant. I'm calling it like 2/3 comforting, 1/3 unpleasant. Wow, that's very different. Like grapes, like fresh green grapes. I've got like green apple, almost. A little bit of pear. So it comes in real smooth. You barely even know you took a sip. And then the mid palate is where it just explodes in this kind of, this little fruit salad. That's very cool. There's kind of a graininess to the finish. It's got texture, like a cat's tongue or something. There are hints here of something that is pretty well made. Out of all of them that I've had, this is my vodka martini. Just a whisper of dry vermouth. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna give this an A. I like this. Oh, good. St. George, all-purpose vodka, the APV. So St. George is not really a vodka company. St. George makes some of the coolest spirits in America. It's one of the earliest craft distillers and one of the best. The guy who makes the spirits is named Lance Winters, and he has this understanding of how to get aromas out of spirits that is really impressive. And it's on display here. This is both identifiably a vodka, it's not breaking any of the rules. There's something going on and the thing that's going on is good. Oh God, okay, thank you, appreciate it. It smells like nothing. That's weird, there's almost like a tartness to this. A graininess. It's kind of a stupid thing to say because all of these are made from grain. I don't think this is wheat, but I don't know. It's impressively neutral in the front palate. It's almost like a biscuit. Most vodka where there is flavor is maybe fruit or something, but this one's kind of biscuity. You know what I want to mix this with is like coffee. That low, dark bitterness makes me think of White Russians. The amount of alcohol heat that I'm experiencing right now is gonna stop this from getting a great grade. I'm just describing a B. That's what a B is. This is a B. Ketel One. Handily enough, that's how I felt about it before. So this is made from wheat, so most of it is in column stills. All vodka column stills, but they have a tiny bit of this that they make in pot stills and they blend them together. The low, rich flavor that I was getting, that's from the pot stills. That's what pot stills give you, is a fuller flavor, and that's Ketel One. Exactly what I thought. Oh, it's time again for another one. It is clear, like all of them are, because it's vodka. It smells quite a bit like nothing, so I suppose that's a good sign. Is it like a wet newspaper thing? Very, very faint. Let's give it a taste. That's where the quality lies. This one is citrusy, lemons and oranges. Burn is pretty mild. This one has a pretty decent body. I don't hate this. Do I like sipping vodka neat? This would be a radical personality change if I did. This makes me want like a vodka Paloma. We're going A- here, friends. We're going A-. Really? Really? I don't know what to say about this. It's been some years since I've done one of these. I have done blind vodka tests back to back. I remember hating Belvedere. So Belvedere is made from rye. And I remember the rye sticking out, but I didn't detect that almost at all today. So I gotta change my tune about Belvedere. I quite liked this. I thought this was good. This is why, by the way, you always do blind taste tests, because you don't really know how you feel about something until you taste it blind. Not bad, little friend. Not bad. Having tasted all these vodkas, what I can say is that none of the vodkas you buy in the store above, say, $15 a bottle are going to be bad. All of this is more or less left to personal taste. But by and large, while there are distinct differences among vodkas, for sure, none of them were totally awful. That's an important lesson. And two, that I too have a favorite. I'm not above any of this. This was clearly my favorite. So our winner today is the St. George All-Purpose Vodka from Alameda, California, distilled from grain and fruit. So I haven't done this for 6 years, and hopefully I don't have to do it for another 6.